Welcome to an Exile. Every time Geraldo Rivera goes on TV, he's one step closer to ending his career. This is about the fifth time he ended it this week.
They hadn't gone off for 5 days. It was
100,000 people.
No, I'm saying air raid sirens hadn't gone off in that city in 5 days. It was phony baloney Hollywood junk.
Well, he's not being called out, but Biden's being called out, and this is Payne from Fox Business Network, one of my favorite guys. I've followed him for 10 years. He's about to nuke Geraldo.
They
I
didn't need
absolutely
that. They
disagree.
didn't need that.
I think that is a little partisan jab that you didn't have to make.
We're against doing partisan jabs now because I thought that was like our entire form of communication. It's funny that he would call out Charles Payne just on this one time.
Russia was not
Biden
notified.
wasn't. No, yes, they were. Come on, listen.
Charles is mad. You get him.
They were
Let me get back to the original point.
Some things you have to accept.
All right, let me just get back. I grew up in
Biden warned Russia. They told Russia we were going.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
This is good. Now he goes to Sean Hannity. That's what I just said. He even corrects him. He's on Geraldo on one side. You sit in your place, and he goes over to Hannity. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Anyway, the air raid sign was the worst part of the whole thing. 160,000 U.S. families, American active military families right now have trouble in food insecurity. E1 to E4 are in big trouble. 29% of them.
This is a great point. 29% of our military families have food insecurities. Now, this is supposed to be a big Democrat talking point. So where's Geraldo on this? Where's the concern for the families of our veterans? Suddenly food insecurities?
Here's the problem. Something is wrong. I grew up as an Army brat the first 12 years of my life. 23% of active households in the military with children are getting or have food insecurity right now. Of U.S. households, it's only less than 12%.
So that's getting up. That's at least another third more than a non-military family. And there's almost no explanation for it other than they're not getting enough support. And they go through a lot of trauma when they're in at least when they're active duty anyways. I know a lot of guys with PTSD. And there's a overrepresentation of them in homeless populations too.
You say, why can't we recruit people into the military? You know, when I was growing up, people went to the military because at least you knew you were going to get food, right? You knew you were going to get shelter. You knew you were going to get training.
That's true of my dad when he went in, and that was during the Korean War. He knew he would get food and shelter. He went right out of high school.
I mean, if those things are gone, why would you join?
Should Joe Biden allow the fighter jets to be used in this conflict? Yes or no?
Probably yes.
Okay, now this is insane because this is, if you use our fighters, that's a big no. And Geraldo is for it. Remember when the Democrats used to be peaceniks and they were all the representation of the peace sign and the dove? And now there's Geraldo, send our fighter jets.
Joe Biden's presence in Ukraine should not be criticized.
I'd rather see the fighter jets.
Should not be criticized.
Too bad we're all criticizing it right now.
He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States.
Yeah.
His prime job, his first priority should be keeping us safe.
Ohio.
No, Biden's first priority is to be conscious, and he can't manage that.
That's not the way. That's not the way the country.
Everyone's cheering over him because Geraldo's never been more wrong. I predict a near instant retirement. I'm Doug in Exile.